Hi, my name is Amy, and today I'm going to talk about the project my group made for the 3D UI contest. And the name of the project is 3D UI and the Phantom Limb, multisensory experience for the embodiment of amputation. And first of all, I'd like to start talking about the phantom limb sensation, which is suffered by patients who had a limb amputated and basically still feel that the limb is there, even though it's not anymore. And this sensation still usually persists even after a long time the amputation had occurred. And the person is able to feel things like pain and itchiness, just as if the limb was still there. And there are a lot of studies in VR that try to lessen the pain that they feel by simulating the limb that is not there anymore with a virtual limb, and it proves to be very effective on the pain relief for the people. So we decided to use this feeling of embodiment to try and simulate the phantom limb sensation on people that still have all the limbs of their body. And we try to represent in VR the same feeling as if the person cannot see their limb anymore, but still feels as the limb is still there. And to address this question, we used VR, like to simulate visually the limb not being there, and to remove the limb, if we can say like that. And also we used the haptic feedback to provide the sensation as if the limb was not there anymore. So the devices we used were head-mounted display to hide, as I mentioned, to hide the real limb, and also a haptic device to provide the sensation of not having a limb anymore. And here you can see, and we also used lip motion to track the hands, so we could make a more accurate simulation. Here we have HTC Vive, which is the VR device we used, but it could be any. We have lip motion for the hand tracking, and we have Axos wrist D2K, which is a haptic device that simulates the rotation movement on the wrist. And it was initially designed to be used on the wrist, but we adapted it and we positioned it on the elbow because we aim to simulate that the other half of the arm is not there anymore. So in the scenario, we have a table, and half of the table is real in the real world with tangible objects and that can be touched. And you also have your left arm complete. So if you look at your left arm in the VR, you can see it, the hands, the fingers. And in the other half, there is also a table in the virtual environment, but not a real table. So if you try to touch it with your hand, you feel nothing. And that's how we try to remove the limb sensation, if we can say it like that. And then we had tests that were like putting the objects on a target that was draw on top of the table. So when you did the task with your left arm, you just grabbed it with your hand, just like you would do in a real world, because you still have the tangible objects and the table, so it was quite easy. But then when you move to the right arm, you have to try and touch the objects and push the objects with your elbow. And as you can see on image B, you can only see half of your arm. And then you need to try and push the objects with your elbow, and that the feedback on the touch of the object between the objects and as they don't exist. So we simulated the touch of the objects with the elbow through Exo's wrist. That was our work. I appreciate everybody came to see, and if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. Thank you.